Hello everyone, thank you for taking the time to watch my third vlog. I apologize for being a little ill-prepared and putting it out late. I was sick last week, had the stomach bug that has been going around here in the South. But with being sick, that has also led me to the idea for today's video. So I started coming down being sick around Tuesday, Wednesday, and it progressively got worse throughout the week. One of the nights I ended up waking up in the middle of the night and wasn't really able to feel my feet. Got out of bed, tried to walk, and stumbled a little bit, almost fell. Wasn't even able to walk down my stairs, kind of just had to slide, step at a time to get down. Feeling eventually came back to my feet, and I was good. The next day I was fine. Just kind of like general discomfort. I never really have been sick with my condition within probably like the past year. Always trying to keep my immune system up and haven't really dealt with that. But I decided to think back as to what I was feeling during that time. The moment you kind of wake up and can't really feel your feet or your hands or any other issues that might bother someone else. And it was fear. So I was fearful. I wasn't aware of what was going on, and I was scared that it might have been something serious that was affecting me. And this caused me to reflect back more on what I had dealt with in my past up until this point. I thought back to when I first got diagnosed. I was fearful as to what it was. I thought back before that, whenever I first started having issues with my shoulders, I was fearful about how my life was going to change based off of the symptoms I was having. Had no idea what it was, so the fear of whether it could be something serious, something life-threatening, the fear of not being able to go back to school or not being able to still do the activities that I enjoyed doing. And then as I slowly reflected on what I had been through, I realized that fear had been a reoccurring factor in my decisions up until recently. And I was curious as to why that was. And naturally we feel fear, and it can lead to some decision making in our life, but we shouldn't allow it to be a deciding factor. Like, fear can be important. It can keep us from making a dangerous decision that could physically hurt us, or deciding not to, go somewhere where you might get hurt, like doing something dangerous. So that's good fear. But the fear that whenever you have an idea to do something and you fearfully tell yourself that, oh, that's not going to work, or this is not something that you're going to be successful in, that's ultimately fear of failure. So instead of even taking the chance to go out and do something, you're allowing fear to take over and make that decision for you before you even take the chance. And the way I kind of look at it now is failure is something that we all improve from. It's like we learn from our failures. Our failures are what build our character. They develop our moral code. They help us understand how the world really is. It helps us move forward being a person. So the way I kind of look at it now is, don't let fear make the decision for you. It's like, be proactive in going out and doing something based off of what you feel you are led to do. And that doesn't mean make impulsive decisions. Definitely reflect on what you feel like you're supposed to do. And if there's a path that seems to arise, follow it. Don't feel like just because financially you're not able to do something, that means you shouldn't try and find a way to do it. If you feel financially you can't do something, start off small. Don't feel like you have to do the biggest project that you can to be successful. Another thing that I used to do was I would try and think years down the road. Whenever you're thinking about a career, don't think about where you're going to be 5 years from now. You're spending your time thinking about something that's probably not going to happen because, and I say that as in the sense, it's not going to happen anytime soon. You're spending time focusing on something that's years down the road instead of focusing on something that's going to be happening today or tomorrow. So instead of setting long-term goals that set you up for failure that might be difficult to achieve, set small goals that ultimately help you achieve that long-term goal down the road. I have a quote from Helen Keller. If most people aren't aware of who Helen Keller is, she was alive, I believe, in the early 1900s. She was both deaf and blind, but was a famous author and a person from that era. Her quote was, "Security is mostly a superstition. It does not exist in nature, nor do the children of men as a whole experience it. Avoiding danger is no safer in the long run than outright exposure. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing." With that quote, I feel like it spoke to me in the sense that you have to go out and be proactive in following your path. Like, yeah, you can play it safe and stick to what you know, but if you don't constantly go out and continue to learn to improve yourself, what impact are you actually making in the world? We only have one time on this earth, so shouldn't we be trying to make the most of it and impact as many lives as we can? That's ultimately what I feel like I'm being led to do. No longer do I feel like I want to put my own self-interest first. I feel like with being diagnosed with this neuropathy condition, I've been given a mindset and an outlook on life that allows me to hopefully be able to provide a positive impact for anyone that has gone through something similar as in my life, as well as I progress forward, be able to impact the lives of more people down the road. Appreciate you taking the time to watch my third video. Hope you guys enjoyed the message from it. Please like and subscribe. I am going to be teaching a chronic pain and disability management class on January 17th. The time is now set for 6:30 to 7:30. So if you know anyone that is interested or would like to go, it is going to be at Praise Assembly in Port Royal in Beaufort, South Carolina. All right, thank you and have a good day.